Hi everybody and welcome to another Journal with Me video. In today's video I am going to be playing with supplies that I have gotten over the last couple months, and I'm just kind of showing you quickly. Some of these things are from various boxes that I've gotten over the month, like this notebook here is from my stationery bento box. The stamp is from a Your Creative Studio box. These fussy cut washi images and these vintage tickets are from London Gifties. And the papers are also from the bento box. And then that little ticket is from the bento box. And then the little paper pad and then these stamp stickers are also from a Your Creative Studio box. And so what I did is I keep, whenever I get something in the mail like that, I keep it in its own separate box. Also, I'm going to be using these Arteza watercolors. I said that I wanted to play with them more, and I am today. But like I was saying, when I get something new in the mail, I keep it in its own separate box on my desk so that I can play with it for a while, for a month or two. In this case, it's been a proper 2 months for some of these things. And the reason I do that is so that I don't just put them in my stash and they don't get forgotten about. I want to love and appreciate all the things that I get. And sometimes when I put it away, I forget I even own it. And if it's out of sight, out of mind for me. So that is why I have a big enough desk that I can leave all of the new supplies out. And when I do my office tour, I'll show you a little bit what I mean. I kind of showed a little bit over on Instagram a couple weeks ago when I was cleaning my office. I did a really deep clean. I finally got it organized the way I want it to. It's not perfect, it's not finished, but it's where it needs to be for me to be able to work in there and function. So, yeah, what I'm basically doing is I'm just going to throw some color down, and I'm kind of looking at the supplies that I've pulled and kind of looking at the colors and, you know, what I want to do with these, because I don't want it to be like super bright colors and or super dark colors. I want them to kind of match. So I'm mixing the colors, I'm watering them down a little bit so that the colors are still there, but they're not super bright or super dark or super dull. So that's what I'm doing. It's a pretty simple process. I mean, I'm showing you on screen. I do want to say that I've got two writing boards behind these two pages to kind of help keep the paper as sturdy as possible while I'm doing this so that it doesn't buckle quite as bad. Also, I don't want to get the pages behind them dirty, or not dirty, but wet. I don't want them to get too wet. So that is what I've done, and it worked really well. I didn't notice any extreme buckling when I was closing this up to put it away, so that was good. I was really happy about that. So yeah, but yeah, I have been getting quite a lot of new product the last couple months, and I have just been so appreciative of it all. And I just really am so thankful that, you know, I have the opportunity to work with these brands and to get these new products and to play with them. And if I put it away, then I forget about it, and I don't need to forget about anything. So yeah, I try to keep it out in front of me as much as possible. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying that process, because when I was getting when before I would, you know, take pictures and use the supplies once or twice, and then I would put it away in an effort to try to keep my desk tidy, and I would completely forget about a lot of the things that I had, and I didn't like that. I just didn't like it anymore. It felt wrong to put these supplies away, you know, that I needed to be working with for a month, and it just the process of trying to stay organized and the thought process of trying to create, it wasn't working the way I was doing it. So anyway, this, I'm going to call this my June July favorites, because these are some of my favorite items from those boxes. I mean, I like everything in the boxes, but these, I was looking at my desk and I just pulled one or two things from each box that like really struck me and really called out to me as being something that I really, really loved and I really wanted to use, and I just put it all on one page. And I have to say, like, when I was done and I was done recording, I was looking at the page like, dang, this turned out a lot better than I thought it would, because I really had no plan other than playing with watercolors. I just wanted to play with these watercolors more. I really want to get more into watercoloring. I'm not, an artist by nature, so that's something that I really need to work on. And watercoloring is definitely something I really want to play with. And I finally got some nice watercolors from Arteza, and I did a review on them last week. And I wanted to play with them, and I really like them, and it turned out really good. And I have a lot of paper bits that really were cohesive with the colors that I chose or that I wanted to use, and that I had been using in my journal before that made sense. Does that make sense? Like, I try to make my journal pages cohesive from page to page and not like go from one theme to the next. And, I don't know. My brain is weird like that. Like, everything kind of has to be cohesive. So this seemed to work really well. I also pulled into the video this classic-y grid tape that I got from the Stationery Selection in June. Oh my hecking heck. That tape is so good. It is my favorite. I screamed when I found out we were getting another one because I was so excited, because I love that tape. It rips so easily. It's paper tape. It's got another texture, and I love adding texture and dimension to my pages. Obviously, I've added some yarn that I had in that was wrapped around some of the packaging that I saved to add more texture and dimension to the pages. I'm all about that life. Like, give me all the different papers, give me all the textures. I love it. I really do. So yeah, every single piece of paper that I put down on this spread has a different texture. It's a different kind of paper. And like, that ticket is super duper thin. And the other bus ticket that I used is super thick. And this tape is thick, but the glassine paper underneath of it is thin. And then I've got washi stickers, and that piece of tan paper that I just ripped down and I'm putting a flower on it now, that's got like a like an onion skin and glassine texture. And this paper right here that I'm ripping has a totally different texture. It's like thick cloth, like tissue paper. I'm ranting. I need to move on. I love the paper. So I also brought in this washi sticker roll from Peon. I actually got it from Cafe Analog, and I'm going to fussy cut one of these images out. I love this washi roll. It's probably my most used item this summer. I can use it for Happy Mail. I'm fussy cutting everything out like I did there. I fussy cut that label to fill out that empty spot that was right there on top of that paper. It's just so versatile, and the girls on it are so lovely, and yeah, I'm a big fan. So don't worry, I know you guys are going into like product overload. I will link everything down below. I will link everyone's shops, and I will try to link specific items if I can, to make things a little bit easier for you. I know everybody wants to know exactly what I'm using, and sometimes that can be difficult, but for this particular video, I made it simple for myself, and I pulled items that I know I can link. And if I can't link, I can link the shop. So I am happy with where everything is now. I'm going to pull it in closer for you guys to see. If you have any questions, be sure to leave them down below. I'm happy to answer them. If you're not a subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We've got an awesome little community happening over here. And yeah, give it a like if you enjoyed it, so that YouTube and I know that you're liking the videos that I'm making, because that's the best way for me to know, is if you show me that you like it. That's going to be it for me, you guys. I hope you have a great day. I hope you're well, and I'll catch you guys later. Thanks for hanging out with me. Bye.